Lewandowski is back and Lautaro Martinez is not. Unfortunately, that seems to be what's going to happen tomorrow. It looks like Barcelona have all the players they need, and with Inter, they do not have any of that. But what they have is the home ground advantage. They'll be playing at their own home turf. So surely that could give them an advantage of some sort against this Barcelona side. A very difficult game. Tomorrow's game is going to prove to be, looking obviously at the results that we saw in the first leg, where both teams ended the game on stalemate with 3-3. A game which obviously I still don't understand how Inter could concede 3 and how Inter could score 3 against Barcelona, that is. Not to say that Barcelona defensively are good, not to say that Inter can't score as many goals as they have, but I mean, they're 2 goals up and somehow they concede 2 goals advantage to 2-2, and they still managed to score a third one, of course, and Barcelona come back obviously to score the third one, and both teams are just at it and they're not getting enough chances to score the fourth one. We saw one obviously from Inter, which was dubbed offside, but from there, then when it goes forward, you can see that both teams are a little bit fatigued, and of course they know that there's still a second leg, so they decide to settle for a draw. So a good game it was. I'm not sure if tomorrow we'll get the same kind of game that we got in the first leg. These teams are going to be very, very careful this time around, especially with Inzaghi. He's going to be very furious with his team, obviously, for conceding 3 goals and also losing a 2-goal lead. He's probably going to be very furious for that, and they're going to try to correct that. They are at their home turf. These are defensive gods. Any team that is from the Serie A, we know defensively they are solid. We have seen them. We know how they are hard to break. But also, in as much as we can say that we have a Barcelona side which has, forwards that are just running riot this season, that are just finding the back of the net, no matter who they're up against. We saw even when when Inter were 2-0 up, at the Spotify Camp Nou, how, the Camp Nou just went shut. Everyone was just quiet. You could hear a pin drop. But after conceding the second goal, you saw how different they got. You saw how precise they became. You saw how pressurizing they pushed. And after they got the first goal through a Lamine Yamal, brilliant play and a very brilliant goal, you saw him looking at his teammates, telling them to calm down. And a 17-year-old, I might add, telling 24-year-olds, 30-year-olds to calm down. We are home, we got this, And we see Pedri also with a very long ball, with a very exquisite long ball, giving it to Rafinha, and Rafinha heads it to Ferran Torres, and Ferran Torres kicks it with his right foot, and it goes in, and just like that, it's 2-2. It's 37th minute, on the clock, and now at this point, Inter Milan obviously are trying to hang on to avoid conceding a third goal, because if they do that, then everything changes now. But of course, they managed to go to halftime, and you know what I mean. So this shows that this tie is going to be difficult. This shows that this Barcelona side is not a side to take lightly, and this is something that they have experienced. And the best way to experience this Barcelona side is to experience them at their own home turf, where they have all the support. And Inter managed to to play against them, to test them, and at their home turf, and they came out unscathed. Well, you could say that they were scathed, having considered the 2 goals which they were not supposed to. But that alone has given them enough memorandum or enough clue of what to expect. But Barcelona has only played an Inter that came away, but they are yet to play against an Inter that is home. 2 different teams there. So all I can say is that Barcelona has to be ready. Barcelona has to make sure that whatever chances they create, they bury them. And it's good that they have Lewandowski back. It's good that they have Lewandowski back. This is a striker that has played football at the highest level. This is a striker that is the best in the world currently. Not including Gyökeres, of course, but looking at the longevity of Lewandowski and what he has done for the game, he definitely sits up there. He has won a Champions League too as well. So I think Barcelona are looking good. They have all it takes to go there and win. But in the same vein or in the same breath, Inter also are capable of winning. Inter also are capable of beating this Barcelona side. If there's any team, in fact, that I've seen that can beat Barcelona, it definitely has to be Inter. And one of the reasons why I think that is because defensively they're resolute. Defensively they can be able to, to hold their own. Unfortunately, they didn't prove that at the Camp Nou, but at home, I definitely believe that they can be able to hold off this Barcelona side. Of course, they'll concede. I'm sure they will concede, but not 3 goals as they did away. And Barcelona also may not concede the 3 goals or the quick goals that they conceded. They're going to have to be sharp. From the first minute, they're going to have to be sharp, turned on, 90 minutes. Because one mistake, you can see that these guys, they mean business. These guys, they can score. And another problem I think they're going to face is Inter are just too good with Lautaro. Although he didn't play well at the Camp Nou, but they are a better team with him than without him. Just like how Barcelona are a better team with Lewandowski than without him. And for them to not have him, in as much as they have Thuram, it's unfortunate. To have both Thuram and Lautaro, that was going to be even better. But to have one, I don't think it bodes well for them. But defensively, I know they can be able to handle it, so they will be okay. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and also comment your thoughts on how the game is going to end. See you soon. Bye.